What is going on, everybody? We're live on Patriot Outpost for the second time ever. I think the first time was in the aftermath of the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. We have not been live on this channel since then, and that was the first time we've been live. The second time ever. I never did my 10,000 subscriber celebration stream like I planned to, but I figure there's a little bit going on tonight. I figured there's something to talk about, because something that I never thought I'd see happen in my lifetime happened. Well, I should say it looks like it's happening. Roe v. Wade getting overturned in the Supreme Court. And there's a lot of drama surrounding this because it was not a decision that was just put out there by the Supreme Court. An opinion was leaked. A full opinion was leaked. Almost 100 pages of Justice Alito's opinion about overturning Roe v. Wade was leaked. And I don't think that's ever happened before. Decisions have leaked and things like that. Not like this. Not an entire draft of an opinion. And it happened for a very specific reason. It happened because they wanted people in the streets. They want people fighting each other. They want people amped up about this. And they want to put political pressure on the Supreme Court to change their decisions, which is truly, truly fucking disgusting. But we're going to talk a little bit about that today. Yeah, Roe v. Wade is overturned. And yes, you guys are smart. The chat is smart. I know you guys. I know you guys that watch this channel. You're intelligent. You know what's going on. You understand that Roe v. Wade being overturned does not mean that all of a sudden no one in the United States of America can get an abortion. Even though if you look on Twitter, that's what's happening. That's not the reality. Simply put, in basic terms, all this is doing is leaving the decision fully in the hands of the state. That's it. And by the state, I mean the states, the individual states. Now, with Roe v. Wade, struck down, or if it eventually does get struck down, I imagine they'll make an official announcement about it tomorrow. But all that means is that it is fully in the control of each and every individual state. So if there are states out there like California, like New York, that want to have full, open, complete, no holds bar abortion whenever you want, from the moment of conception to the moment the baby's coming out of the womb, and probably even a little bit after, New York and California are going to be allowed to do that with no federal restrictions. Inversely, for a lot of other states, likely red states, conservative states, they very well may ban it altogether in those states. But that's the beautiful thing about the United States of America. That's what it's supposed to be all about. Very few things are actually delegated to the federal government. Everything else should be the states. And that's all that this decision is. But what is ensuing and what is playing out on social media shows you that people are retarded. That I dare say the majority of people may be retarded. Because I think that there's a good chunk of people right now on both sides of the issue who think that what this means is that abortion is now illegal. That's not what's happening. But we'll get a little bit further into that. Again, thank you guys for being here. Let me see who's here, because I don't even know. I never go live on this channel. The first comment I saw was from Fallout G. What's up? Tom Roberts, Trim the Sage, Jake the Redneck, Sauron, Adam S., The Sentinel, Sung Wukong, Lou D, Nixon is here, MB Ironsights, The Coconut, Kiss the Sky. So many people up in here. I see Raging Rhino as well. He's probably like, what's Roe v. Wade? I live in Australia. What the fuck does that even mean? Yeah, states' rights for the win. 100%. There are actually people that could support abortion and still be happy with this outcome because they think that the rights should be reserved for the states. There's probably people like that out there if they actually understood what was going on. But I don't know. Moonwalker Sands, what's up? Andy Cyber Leader. A proud American says, listening to the left, I'm buying stock in coat hangers now. pretty much. What up, Rinnell? Thank God for Trump. Well, I will say it looks like several Trump appointees were a very important part of this decision. It looks like it was a 5-4 decision with Justice Roberts dissenting, which means he was the minority. So Justice Roberts voted with the 3 Democratic appointed Supreme Court justices. That's what happened. That's what happened. But let's get right into this. Let's get right into this. This came out a few hours ago. Supreme Court has voted to overturn abortion rights, draft opinion shows. Overturn abortion rights, an interesting way to put it. What about the Supreme Court has decided to ensure that the states are the ones that are dealing with abortion rights from state to state? That might be a better way to phrase that, to be honest with you. And the fact that this document has leaked out there, right? And we'll go through a little bit of it, some important parts here. But this is simply a draft. This is not official. It may even mean they haven't done an official vote yet. You know what I mean? They've probably done they probably know what's going to happen before they do their official thing. But that's what this is. The reason this was leaked out there, and we have some ideas about who it was. We have some guesses about who it was. But the reason that this happened was absolutely 100% to put political pressure on the Supreme Court. They want people outside the Supreme Court. And I think I have something here. Let's see what I can find. I'm almost positive. Yeah, here we go. This is from a couple hours ago. But this is what we saw outside. Let me share my audio real quick. Let me share my audio real quick so we can hear what's going on. It's healthcare abortion, I think, is what they're all saying. And that is the craziest thing right now. This does not mean that abortion is illegal. It could mean that depending on where you live, abortion may very well be illegal in your state coming soon, almost immediately in some states. What it does not mean is that abortion is outlawed in the United States of America. It means that each state is going to make up its own individual decisions on this. That's all that this means. And for some reason, all the people out there are just so scared that their ability to kill an unborn child might be going away, that they're freaking out, that they're absolutely melting down. But let's get back to this article so I can show you exactly what happened initially. We hold that Roe and Casey must be overturned, Justice Alito writes in an initial majority draft circulated inside the court. Also, I have another question. Why is it that nearly all of the women who are out here that just want abortion rights so badly look like they can never get laid? Like no one would ever fuck them. What do they have to worry about? That's my real question. Interesting, isn't it? The Supreme Court has voted to strike down the landmark Roe v. Wade decision, according to an initial draft majority opinion written by Justice Samuel Alito, circulated inside the court and obtained by Politico. The draft opinion is a full-throated, unflinching repudiation of the 1973 decision, which guaranteed federal constitutional protections of abortion rights, and a subsequent decision, Planned Parenthood versus Casey. So you can hear that a lot, Roe and Casey, right? That largely maintained the right. Roe was egregiously wrong from the start, Alito writes. We hold that Roe and Casey must be overruled, he writes in the document labeled as opinion of the court. It's time to heed the Constitution and return the issue of abortion to the people's elected representatives, meaning the state. That's all that means. But if you look on Twitter right now, well, We may as well watch this. Mashup. Pro-abortionists are losing their minds over the thought of not being able to kill babies.
Fuck.
That's how mad this person is, that they can't just get pregnant and then kill it. Isn't that disturbing to think of? What the fuck?
This abortion law.
All right. No man has ever stuck his dick in you. You do not need to worry about getting an abortion. Okay? Shelbos and cankles over here. Ain't nobody fucking you. Come on.
Goes beyond a woman's issue, and it goes beyond anything you can ever imagine. The societal implications of this are going to be insane. The amount of just pain and damage this is going to cause, and the full ability to tell a woman what she can and can't do with her body. And we're going back into a...
Wait, did you say a mom? To tell a mom or a woman? Hold on.
And the full ability to tell a woman what she can and can't do with...
Maybe she said woman. I don't know.
Her body. And we're going back into a Handmaid's Tale society here.
All of you.
No way. All right. Hold on. This ugly bitch needs to prove to me that she's a woman, an actual woman.
Woman who sat home, all you young girls, adults over 18 years old who did not go out and vote.
What are wrong with her eyebrows? They're like flickering. What the hell is even that?
18 years old who did not go out and vote, who did not think that you need to protect your womb. We're now back in the dark ages.
Brace yourself.
Guys, come on. Are any of these women getting fucked? This bitch looked like she went through menopause 20 years ago. Ain't no way she can get pregnant by anyone, even if she could catch a dick.
Ladies, I'm with you. My heart is just
3 sizes too big because I'm a fat bitch.
broken. I don't understand why this country hates women so much. I just don't understand it. We'll get through this. We'll figure out a way.
No. Oh my God. Excuse me, are there any biologists? Are there any biologists in the room? Can any biologists help me? I need to make a determination on a specimen right here. Can someone help me? Please.
No more joking about it being a Handmaid's Tale. It will be.
Her hair's kind of like mine. She's stealing my fucking haircut. I'm not quite as coiffed as she is. Hold on. Not quite as coiffed. This ugly bitch is stealing my fucking haircut. There's no way that you're straight. Well, one, there's no way that this person is a real woman. And if they are, there's no way that they're fucking guys. This is a definite carpet muncher. Is there really a question about this? Well, we got to go to Libs at TikTok. Are there any more? That's the only one we got so far. I mean, this is this one looks crazy as hell, but at least she looks like maybe she's in shape. The rest of them, my God. My God, the fats are definitely out in force. But again, these women are freaking the fuck out about something that's not reality. I tweeted out a couple things today. I want to show you guys kind of what I'm putting out there, and some of the stuff that I think people are just really fucking missing with this. Just really missing. Well, first of all, I had to put this out. With news from the Supreme Court, it seems like lots of women are suddenly able to define the word woman again, even if they aren't biologists. So of course you got to get that one out there. But this is what I put out that I think a lot of people are missing, which I addressed earlier. Some people freaking out about Roe v. Wade are missing a key point. Essentially, the legality of abortion would be completely in the hands of each individual state constitution, not federally protected. Some states will ban entirely. Some states could actually be more permissive. Just something that seems to be lost by people on all sides, but I think it's important to note. Because there are people right now that think abortion is now going to be illegal. Really just going to depend where you're at. And that's the way it should be. I'm pro-life. I don't think that abortion should be legal personally. But with that being said, I think that decision should be at the hands of the state. 1,000%, every single state, that's what I think. And then you know what? If you want to have discussions about, well, what about for rape or for incest, these very, very microscopic portion of the amount of abortions that are actually, done in the United States. All right, decide it at your state levels. Discuss. Whatever your state feels is best, whatever gets passed there, that's the bottom line. Not this federal bullshit. Not this federal bullshit. What else do we got here? Look at this guy freaking out. So the draft decision overturning Roe has leaked. It's written by Alito, and at one point he expressly says he believes many abortion proponents are trying to suppress the black population. Truly, we are in hell. Do you have any idea about the number of black babies that are aborted? Hold on. Black babies aborted percentage. Let's see. Disparities in abortion rates. God, this is a huge fucking study. This is a huge fucking study. I'm looking for something simplistic. Induced abortion summary. Holy fuck, man. This is so much more information than I'm actually looking for. It's almost like they're trying to hide this. It's almost like they're trying to hide this. Here you go. Perfect. Found it. 40% of U.S. abortions, nearly 40% of abortions are black babies. So you don't think that that's a thing? You don't think that initial advocates and Planned Parenthood and all this stuff were trying to control the explosion of the black population? You're 1,000% wrong. If you actually think that, you're wrong. Holy fuck. We did get a super chat. How does this affect trans women's abortions? That's a great question. It's so funny, isn't it? Thank you, Modalicious, for the $2 super chat. It's so funny, isn't it, that they're all about trans women in sports, trans women, all these things. But suddenly, when it comes to abortion, well, if you don't have a uterus, you can't speak on the subject. Ooh, that's very transphobic of you. We'll have to be paying very close attention to what these leftist politicians say, won't we? Bubba Doom for $10. If this goes through, praise Jesus. Yes, Bubba Doom. There's a lot of people in support. I think that this is going to get nasty. This is going to get bitter and fucking nasty in the public. Because people aren't going to be having a conversation about what this means. They're going to be talking about abortion being banned, which is not what this decision does. This decision simply gives it back to the states. And I do think that misunderstanding of Roe v. Wade is one of the reasons there's so much support for it. If you look over the years, the general public has been in favor of not repealing Roe v. Wade. But I think, again, because the general public is mostly made up of fucking retarded people. That's just the reality of the situation. I think so much of society are just low information fucking idiots at this point. They might choose what to watch and what to listen to get their opinion. They don't actually generate one for themselves. I don't know. That's not this audience. You guys are the smartest of them all. You guys are fucking geniuses. You're brilliant. You all knew this. You all knew exactly what this meant. You're just coming here to hear me talk about it. Uninformed, low information people. These are the people that are, voting. These are the people that are, these are the people that want to control everything about your life. Let's see. Connor Akers for 2. I think libs get their health advice from Lizzo. Lizzo could be pregnant and no one would know. Lizzo could be pregnant and she wouldn't know. She'd be one of those fucking stories, right? Lizzo would be one of those fucking stories of a chick who like goes to the bathroom because her stomach's upset and she actually puts like shits out a baby. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. This has nothing to do with abortion. Other than, I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll change some people's minds. Where is it? Maybe it'll change some people's minds, I suppose. I'm not going to share the audio, but look at this. That ain't going to work. Why would you even try that? No chance. Do. No chance in hell. Wow. This is fucking... I am shocked that this is happening. I really didn't think that we would be here. I don't think it's controversial to repeal it, but I just never thought that it would actually happen. We do have some idea of, potentially how this leaked. It has to be leaked by a justice or a clerk or someone very close in the Supreme Court to get the entire opinion, because that's what they have. The Politico article has the 98-page document, right? 98 pages from Justice Alito. Hold on. Let's read from this man, Justice Alito, for a second here. We hold that Roe and Casey must be overruled. The Constitution makes no reference to abortion, and no such right is implicitly protected by any constitutional provision, including the one on which the defenders of Roe and Casey now chiefly rely, the Due Process Clause, the 14th Amendment. That provision has been held to guarantee some rights that are not mentioned in the Constitution, but any such right must be deeply rooted in this nation's history and tradition. And this is what it's about, the 14th Amendment, right? Which essentially, I think it's the second paragraph. I'm not a lawyer, obviously, but I think it's the line 2, basically, of the 14th Amendment that is specifically to give all rights afforded to white men in the country to free slaves, right? That's basically what that was. And the fact that they were trying to hang on to that, to use it to give, to make abortion some federally protected thing, is absolute insanity. Absolute fucking insanity. But back to this. A person called Amit Jain Clerks for Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor. Sotomayor was one of the people who dissented against this decision. As a Yale student, Jane blasted Yale for supporting Brett Kavanaugh's nomination. Jane was quoted in a 2017 Politico piece by Josh Gerstein. Who wrote this Politico piece? Who was this? Oh, Josh Gerstein. That's an interesting connection, isn't it? That's an interesting connection, isn't it? I wonder. Now, this is just obviously speculation and rumor and everything like that, but let's go. I want to read some more of fucking Justice Alito, to be honest with y'all. Abortion presents a profound moral issue on which Americans hold sharply conflicting views. Some believe fervently as a human person comes into being at conception, and abortion ends an innocent life. Others feel just as strongly that any regulation of abortion invades a woman's right to control her own body and prevents women from achieving full equality. Still others in a third group think abortion should be allowed under some, but not all circumstances, and those within this group hold a variety of views on those particular restrictions. Let's see what else we got. I want to get these highlighted ones. At the time of Roe, 30 states still prohibited abortion at all stages. In the years prior to that decision, a third of the states had liberalized their laws, but Roe abruptly ended that political process. It imposed the same highly restrictive regime on the entire nation, and it effectively struck down abortion laws of every single state. As Justice Byron White aptly put in his dissent, the decision represented the exercise of raw judicial power, and it sparked a national controversy that has embittered our political culture for half a century. And it's true. This is one of the most hotly debated topics for decades and decades, for half a century. All because a decision was made that shouldn't have been made. The federal government should have never fucking ruled on this. Ever. It should be left up to the states. And then whatever opinion you have about that, again, like I said before, I'm pro-life, but I think that these decisions should be left up to the individual states. I think that as a ramification of this, I know there's a lot of people who are celebrating this right now. But I think one thing that people are missing is, as a ramification of this, that means there will be no federal restrictions of any sort at all for anything, which does mean you can ban it. It also means that in places like California or New York, it's going to get even more extreme as to what they allow and when. So stand by for that. And reality is, it's going to cause, people in some states to completely ban it totally, and other states to have complete fucking, you can do whatever you want. Shotgun that shit. You can do anything all the way up to the point of birth in some of these places. That's what they're going to allow. So there are other ramifications to this. Cliff for $2. Counter question. What is this distracting us from? I think that I don't think that it's that, personally. This isn't like some random thing that's, it's just a distraction. This is very important. I think this is very, very important. But I mean, it could be any number of things. It's always the new flavor of the week. It's not like they desperately need to distract. There's so many things to fucking talk about, and there's so many things going on between Joe Biden, the disinformation, all of that stuff. So personally, I don't think it's to distract from anything. Chris Ford for $5. Keep it up with the super sticker of a man. Thank you. Let's see. Positive Gerald for $2. It was stolen from Veritas, I think James said. What? James O'Keefe? I don't see. Hold on. You're right. James O'Keefe. For a year, a cowardly federal prosecutor in New York named Robert Sobelman secretly stole my emails, spied on my media company, and appears to have lied to federal judges to obtain secret covert spying orders. He then appeared to have lied again to federal judges to get a search warrant to invade my home and seize my First Amendment protected reporter's notes and source information. Josh Gerstein at Politico today received a stolen copy of a draft opinion overturning Roe v. Wade and published it. And yet he sleeps well in his own bed with no fear of being around. Okay, so that's not what James O'Keefe is saying. What James O'Keefe is saying is that all these other guys at Politico were able to fucking get a stolen copy of this and publish it with no problem, but he's not treated the same way. That's what James O'Keefe is saying. He's saying they received a stolen copy. He is not saying that Project Veritas had this. That's what's going on. It was a little confusing, though. It was a little confusing for sure. Here's Ben Shapiro reacting. The draft majority opinion by Alito is a devastating destruction of Roe and Casey. It doesn't leave a matchstick standing. The Constitution does not prohibit the citizens of each state from regulating or prohibiting abortion. Roe and Casey arrogated that authority. I don't even know what arrogated means, other than poke holes in it, I suppose. Let's see. Take or claim something without justification. Yeah, I agree. I agree. What else do we have here? We got George Takei. Look at George Takei. George Takei tells people to take to the streets in reaction to leaked Supreme Court draft overruling Roe v. Wade. Let's see what his bitch says. Those motherfuckers really did it. First, they came for black voters. Then they targeted LGBTQ families. Now, women of America, they're overruling Roe v. Wade. We have to unite and strike back. Take to the streets. Overwhelm them at the ballot box. They've gone too damn far. I mean, listen, George, I'm just going to have to tell you what all the women are going to tell you. The feminists, this is a women's issue, okay? They don't need some gay dude who plays, hide the cock. They don't need you all up in their business, George Takei. All right? Just putting that out there. Yes, they can't keep getting away with it. I agree.
You can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it. He won't.
He can't keep getting away with it, can he? Now, again, one more thing that I put out that we didn't talk about initially. I talked about it in the beginning, but I put this tweet out there. Whoever leaked this Supreme Court decision did it with the deliberate intention of causing violence in the streets to pressure the court. Disturbing. This is 1000% why this happened. I personally think that this theory has a lot of validity to it, for nothing other than my gut. Sonia Sotomayor, I'm sure, would be maybe the most upset about this decision. I wouldn't put it past her to have one of her clerks leak this out there. Because what they want to do is they want to try to scare one of the other justices into switching sides. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. It ain't going to happen with Alito. It ain't going to happen with Clarence Thomas. Probably not going to happen with Brett Kavanaugh. Amy Coney Barrett? I don't think so. I don't think so. Neil Gorsuch? I don't think so. So I don't think that that's going to have any effect on how they vote. I think it was a desperate attempt, though, to make that happen. And if that does happen, Buck Sexton puts it very well right here. Imagine the Supreme Court actually changed in response to the pressure from this leak, and it switched to 5-4 in favor of upholding it. That would be it for the Supreme Court. Total annihilation of the institution's integrity. Fauci would have more credibility. They are going to try to use this as a platform for the Democratic Party over the next several months. They know that midterms are going to be a disaster. The Democrats know that midterms are going to be a fucking disaster for them. The party of Joe Biden? Are you fucking kidding me? With everything these people have done over the past several months to keep us locked down, to try to force jabs, to try to force masks, to try to do all this shit, push all this garbage. No, the Democratic Party is in for a slaughtering come midterms. This could change the game a little bit because with control over the mainstream media, with so many people not even understanding what this means, again, a lot of people that are reacting right now think that abortion is banned because of this decision. That's not the case. It just gets relegated to the states or delegated to the states, as it always should have been. This is about trying to do something to divide people and to generate energy in their base for this. And again, every single poll that's been done over the past several years indicates that the majority of Americans are in favor of keeping Roe v. Wade because they don't even know what it means. That's why. That's why people favor it. But the Supreme Court, that should have no effect on a decision the Supreme Court makes. Shouldn't. Public perception? Fuck that. This is about the law. This is about, is it constitutional? Does it go in line with our Constitution since the founding of this country? The answer for this, for 50 years, has been no, it does not. It should be a state's decision. And for 50 years, Roe v. Wade has been in place, wrongly so. Now, it's going back where it belongs, to the states. To the states. I want to see if I can find support Roe v. Wade. Yeah, so the most recent one, there's a lot of polls surrounding it. The majority of the ones that I've seen have been 58 to 60% of people over the past several years, decades, were in favor of it being upheld. But that doesn't matter. And those people don't even know what they're talking about. This is what will happen. I think a lot of red states will ban abortion completely, and I think a lot of blue states will get more extreme abortion measures. I think it's going to cause a pretty big divide between people. But the thing is, a lot of these states that ban it, I think you will see different laws here and there for, oh, this, we have an exception for this. We have an exception for this. We have an exception for this. I think it's going to be very different state to state, which it is to a point right now. It already is different state to state right now. That's the thing. That's the thing that these fucking insane leftists that are melting down don't understand. They don't get it. We just got a big super chat. A big super chat from Tom Roberts. Thank you very much, Tom. Holy shit, dude. As a former first Cav infantryman, I'm just delighted that my beloved state of Washington will be reeing and pandering over this dope. Yeah, first, there you go. First CAV infantryman. I was Navy myself, so luckily I never had to deal with any sort of infantry stuff. But yeah, I'm a Navy guy. Nuke ET got out in September. But yes, Washington will be reeing and pandering over this. No fucking doubt, Tom Roberts. Thank you for the big super chat, man. Is this real? If you guys got links to like riots or something like that, let me know. I don't see anything yet. Protest. And I've seen a lot of people protesting. I have yet to see any actual violence. I've yet to see any actual violence. But if you go to me on Twitter and just DM me on Twitter, I should be able to find it. Oh, we got questions going on in the chat there. Oof. Shouldn't answer those ones. Anyway, back to here. Positive Gerald for 2 is stolen from Veritas. Yeah, we talked about that. Michael Amato for $10. Now we're going to have to listen to morons like Joy Reid and Brian Stelter gaslight the public and say SCOTUS banned abortion, just like they gaslit us about Don't Say Gay. Totally overblown. 100% agree. 100% agree, Michael. Charles Turner Jr. for 5. The left continues to lose. They've gotten way too much over the last 50 or 60 years. They're spoiled, angry, narcissist brats. Indeed. Johnny the Whiz Kid for 2. My concern is still Dominion machines ideas. If we can actually talk about it on social media platforms, a lot of these problems rectify themselves. Michael Amato for 10. I agree, RK. This is a ploy from the nutcase on the left to stir their crazy base in an election year. The first tactic of many more to come. Another summer of love with riots burning down the U.S. This is their holy grail. Roe v. Wade is their holy grail. So I don't know. I don't know. If there is, I'm looking here. Let me check my my messages, my requests. All right, I did get a DM about it, but that's the New York Post one that I did before. Yeah, I don't see any riots. I do see protests. Holy Grail just became their holy fail. Punches thrown. Where? I'm gonna go Poso. Hold on. Nothing from Posobiec. Punches. Don't. Oh my god. I hate porn on Twitter. Okay, I see Daily Beast article here. Hold on. I have no problem with porn existing on the platform as a I have no problem with porn existing on the platform in general. What I hate is that when I'm looking through a trending thing and it's just a fucking dude getting railed by another dude in the ass. Like I fucking hate that shit. I fucking hate that shit. All right, let's see. Yeah, I was looking for punches. And I found a dude like literally fisting another dude in the ass. Elon, save me from the gay porn. Punches Stone. I have not seen this yet. Why am I so zoomed in on this? My God, it's like I'm a million years old. Texas resident Jason Jones, an anti-choice advocate. That's an interesting way to say pro-life. Huh? That's an interesting way to say pro-life. Anti-choice. Told the Daily Beast he threw hands after pro-choice activists attempted to take their signs. I punched him. And then as I punched him, another guy punched me. I took one down, then another guy punched me. All right, there's no video of it or anything. No video. What side? You guys are fucking stupid. It's like literally if you just search for something on Twitter and scroll through, you'll find fucked up shit on Twitter. It's not because anything I'm searching or because my cookies aren't turned on or off. Dumb fucks. Anti-choice. All right. Brown Gaijin. Let me see here. Brown Gaijin for 2. A fake riot. Oh no, someone check on AOC. AOC is triggered. Y'all know that's a fact. See what she's up to. Yeah, this is what they want to do. They want to codify it. They want to make it a law. That's what this means. People elected Democrats precisely so we could lead in perilous moments like these, to codify Roe, hold corruption accountable, and have a president who uses his legal authority to break through congressional gridlock on items from student debt to climate. It's high time we do it. What they want, and what some of these people are calling for, is to make Roe v. Wade a law, which it's not, right? They want to make it a law, which means it needs to pass the House and the Senate. And of course, you already have people once again saying if there aren't 60 votes in the Senate, we must end the filibuster to pass it with 50. You don't want this. Dems, you don't fucking want this. Leftists, you don't want to do this. Do you know why? Because when Republicans get control back, they'll fucking ban it, right? That's what happens. That's why the Senate exists. That's why the filibuster exists. It might create gridlock. It might be frustrating at times, but that's why it happens. These fucking people don't understand it. All right, guys, but I think I just want to do a short stream. I'm going to unlist it just like I unlist all my streams. Pretty much always. But for the people that hung out with me at 2 o'clock in the morning, I appreciate you guys. The second stream in the history. What the fuck? I need to get a new arm. The second stream in the history of Patriot Outpost. Pretty crazy. Didn't think it would be at 1 in the morning. Excuse me. Michael Amato. Michael Amato for $10 says, Rye, my concerns with midterms is the left will frantically push through crazy BS before November, and Biden will just veto everything until 2024, and we'll see if the election is legit. Look out for crazy shit coming. Oh, yeah, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. This, when we wake up in the morning, when everyone wakes up in the morning, because this leaked pretty late, you're going to hear about this everywhere. Mainstream media is going to be just blasting it everywhere. People are going to get told that abortion is now illegal in the country. Like, they're going to be gaslighting. All that shit's going to happen. Leave it up, says Blakatsu. You can still check it. You guys can still see it. You know, because what you'll be able to do is you can go. I'm just unlisting it, so you can go to your history and you can watch the rest of it. I just don't necessarily want to. I just don't necessarily want to leave it up, especially with how. When on my streams, obviously I get pretty animated and I insult people a lot. So, you know, people will try to do anything they can to take me down and take me out. So that's why I typically unlist them. All right, guys. But again, thank you. Let me check Streamlabs. And next time we do a stream here, I will make sure to link Rumble as well. I didn't really have an opportunity to do that today, but I definitely want to do these live streams to Rumble as well, since I've been pretty dedicated to growing over there. With all of that being said, lots of rees coming, lots of salt to mine over the next few days, but I just wanted to make sure we got here and talked about it a little bit. So thank you for hanging out, everybody, and I will talk to you later. Peace.